acting you can do is make an audience feel like they're peeping toms. That they're looking at something that's so private that they shouldn't be watching, and it gives you kind of a thrill. I'm watching something I shouldn't be watching, which makes it more exciting, you know? So that's why you create great privacy, great need to get something from the other person and not just interior acting, because that's self-indulgent.
Okay, but for example, let's see.
No. For example, I told you, don't connect to your audience. Make them a non-event. Make the person that's in front of you the event. Because if you conclude your audience, you've just brought in 100,000 people into your scene, and you can only do so much with all those people. So you just took your performance and you made it watery. Don't include them. Let them be invested. Say the word and I want to say invested. Make them be invested, not included. Tell them in the language. Yeah. Invested, yeah. Not included.
Siguro yung mas nag-i-invest ka dun sa kaka-eksena mo rather than dun sa nanonood.
So you have to be more engaged with your co-actors instead of your audience. But how do you cope up with working with other actors that are not as effective as you are? So that
well, my way of working doesn't depend on getting something. One of the things with Meisner is like you're just responding and being affected by what the other person's doing. My way of working is drive a scene. So if you're going after something and I'm trying to affect change in the other person, and the person is not giving me anything, in life, do people always give you something? Say you go to a party and you say, hey, what's up, to a friend, and the friend doesn't really want to talk to you. And they go, everything's cool, and they walk away from you. Well, you had a conversation with them, but they didn't want to talk to you. What do? Hey, wait a minute. come back. So you take what you're given and you use it. That person's ignoring me, so try to get them to not ignore you. So you're dealing with in real time stuff. Sometimes the other person not giving you anything even makes for, more conflict for you to have to overcome. And if they're giving you stuff, then you have to one-up them. You have to give them more. So that it's like, my way of working does not depend on the other person's performance at all. You drive the scene. Who do we watch in a car? The driver or the passenger? The driver. I make you drive. The other one is the passenger. Is being taken to wherever the person's driving to, because you have no control over where you're going. The driver does.
It's taking the action for them.
You're taking the action, yeah.
Working for your partner.
Well, don't worry about them. You go after what you want, and if they're not giving you anything, the audience doesn't see that too. The audience is like, they're deaf and dumb. They're saying, oh, that person is giving them something or not giving. It's like, they're going, this person is frustrating. So when you were watching the actor as the character going after, like, wait a minute, I want this from you, even though you're not giving it to me, which creates frustration in me that I have to overcome, which is emotion, right? It's like, we're going to be backing the person up who's still trying no matter what. And not even thinking, to me, there's an interesting, I'm going to give you a great example. Like, in Training Day, do you remember Training Day? My girl Eva Mendes was in that. She wasn't the girl star of the movie. Everybody thinks Eva Mendes was the girl star of the movie. She had 3 lines. She had 1.5 scenes. One scene had 3 lines, and they were stupid lines. They were like, can I get you anything to eat kind of lines. And there was a female star in that movie who had lots and lots of scenes and lots of lines. But we all think of Eva Mendes as the female star of the movie. Why? Eva was going after stuff. She was driving the scene. Even though she only had a few lines, she was driving it. The other person was waiting to get something from the other person. and we don't remember who she is that was in this movie, who does not have Eva Mendes' career, who doesn't have, I never remember the name of this person, but the point is, you'd have to look it up online to figure out who this other girl is, but she really, honestly, I worked on the script, it's like, she did not, she had a big role. Eva had a tiny role, but we made the most of it. We also workshopped that stupid 3-line scene in class. We workshopped it in class so we could even do more with it. Fill it all up with stuff that we're driving it with and things that were important to her, you know? And we turned a 3-line part into a star-making role.
So that really means that there's no such thing as a small or a big role.
I know it's kind of like a cliche, right? Yeah, there's no, I'm saying, you're right. But I'm saying, sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason. They're true. There are no small parts, or only small actors, they say. That's the way the saying goes. But I've seen times where my actors like Eva have taken a small role and turned it into a star-making turn. I've also seen people take big roles, and these were not my people, but I've seen people take big roles and turn them into, they were edited out because they sucked it. So it's like, it's up to you to make something of something, because you can get the job, but if you don't do something with it, where people are rooting for you to win something, whatever your goal is, objective is in the scene, then we're just going to pretend we're not invested. Like, we need to be invested like we are in a sporting match. We need to be rooting for somebody, and you can't root for someone who's not doing anything, you know. And so you can blow your opportunities, and you can make opportunities. And I prefer to make them myself. When given a choice, I'd rather make it than break it.
Just for my last question, as a coach, what's the biggest achievement for you so far? Because I know that I think it's more fulfilling to create actors than being one, because it's like you're seeing your work coming to life.
Well, I tell you something that's going to seem like a little side thing, but my father, who's passed away, who I put on a pedestal and he could do no wrong. He was a scholar, taught graduate law, was a lawyer. Very, to me, an amazing man. Was a lawyer for civil rights. And when Halle Berry won the Oscar, it's the first black woman to ever win the Oscar. It was, my father was dead at that point. That was, like, to me, the most important moment to me, was I thought my dad would be proud of me, because I was a part of changing bigotry.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? I just wanna ask Miss Ivanna. There are 3 things you want to try here in Manila during your stay. What are those? 3 things you want to try here in Manila.
While you were here.
Oh, well, I'm here. Okay. I want to go to the markets. Those markets, I saw pictures of them. They look so cool, and I don't know. There's something just about the flavor. Yeah, those look so cool. And I also want to eat more food here. The food is so good.
Your favorite food is?
Researching dampa, she likes.
I just got here this morning. Okay, so far my favorite food is what we had for lunch.
Adobo.
Adobo.
And then the beef caldereta.
Oh,
She liked it.
I had to stop to talk to you guys, and that was a lot. No, don't take me away from this food.
I think
I want more
the one with
food.
the plane was lechon kawale. I
Okay.
think nagustuhan niya sobra yan. She liked it very much. The one with the plane.
Yeah, the Philippine Airlines. I've never liked airline food ever. It makes me want to vomit. But I kept saying, do you have more? Can I have more of this? It was so good. I wanted to take small bites so I could enjoy and savor every moment. I like the food here so much. So far, I want more. I want more of that. And also the third thing that I think I'm looking forward to is this is the actors. I can't wait to meet the actors. I really love the actors. I want to spend time, like after usually we do a workshop, after the second day, we all hang out together and hear the conversation and play and have a drink and da-da-da. We have fun. I really look forward to that.
Have you heard balut? Have you heard balut? It's our delicacy here in England.
The duck's eggs.
The duck?
The duck's egg.
Oh, the duck's egg. Is that a food? That's a food.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try it.
Everyone tries it here in Manila.
I'll try it.
As if you're in Fear Factor.
I don't want to eat anything that's fear factor. I don't want to eat cow's testicles, you know. If you guys have cow's testicles, I'm going to say, nah, forget cow's testicles. Goats, you know, penises or something, you know, but they do in Fear Factor. I watch Fear Factor. They do. I'm not joking, it's real. But if it's something that, like, makes sense, then I got to try. I like food that tastes good, not ones that just push my courage level. Okay, so I want
There's a huge
tasty.
difference.
A huge difference. I want things that I'm a foodie. I love
Okay.
food. I love good food.
We have a follow-up question from Tito Nestor.
May we ask Ryan, how did you come to know of Ivanna's school and workshop?
Yeah. Last 2008, I got a hold of her book. I bought it from National. And when I showed it 2012, it looks like a prehistoric book already. Dahil sa kakabasa ko. I got a book from National 2008. And I love the book. I finished the book in just a sitting in about a day. And I tried searching her name over the internet and emailed her. To my surprise, she personally emailed me back in about an hour or two, and she's an email person. And
I just don't like people throw everything in assistance, you know. I work with somebody, I want to work with you. I do not pass things along to other people.
Okay, and then what happened, she told me that, why not come here in LA and have a 6 months training with me. That time, I was doing a soap opera here, the last with Marisol Soriano, Florinda. And I told her over the email that I might lose my job in the Philippines if I were going to stay there for 6 months. Then, how many years passed? I was busy with training, with soap operas here. And then, it just dawned to me that why not go there and take the risk? So I emailed her again, 2012, and again to my surprise, she emailed the fastest that she can. And then we had a deal with, well, what if can you condense the workshop in 2.5 months or so, or less than 3 months? And then she said yes, but having a note that this is not fun. You will really work your ass off here. A simple, to my surprise, I'm attending 13 to 14 classes a week, and participating in some of the classes as a participant.
How many hours is an intensive process? It's a very intensive
And,
process. Every single day.
and I think
all day long.
the difference is, even just one scene, we're rehearsing it for 8 hours, staggered for 3 meetings with partners. And I don't have a life there during that 3 months. It's really, and what pushes me more was my final exam we're in. It's a 4-hour to 5-hour test with Ivanna. The actors put up scenes in front of me, and I will do like what Ivanna is doing, questioning. But this time, the difference is I'm kind of tense that time simply because Ivanna was beside me checking all my questioning. Even to the point of, just imagine that I'm not here, just say this right. Just say this right. Yun po.
It's very intense, very intense. I put you through it, but it helps.
Yeah.
That's part of
I
it.
remember one of the teachers yelled, hugged me, "You're doing great, don't be that, don't be that."
Okay, next question from Tito Isa Red.
I have a question for Miss Ivanna. Apart from Ryan Carlos, have you had other Filipino students in your school? And have you turned away potential students? As a coach, you should be able to see if this person has potential or not.
Well,
So do you turn away?
there's